I'm Chris.
Hey, I'm Sarah.
Hey, I'm Eric.
And we're Lipstick and Cigarettes.
And you're watching Project Greenroom.
So here we are with Lipstick and Cigarettes in the dungeon of the Aquarian.
The
dungeon.
And dragons.
We just filmed a great intro.
Yes.
We did. Now you guys are you're a little dirty, but we're gonna work through it. You know.
We have sawdust all over.
You
I'm ready for more. This is just the beginning.
You come to the Aquarian, you get dirty.
That's right.
We put you to work.
Yeah.
So for all the viewers who don't know Lipstick and Cigarettes, let's give them a quick rundown how the band started, how they formed in 2009.
Was it that long?
Yeah,
I guess it was.
Go ahead.
Wow.
I was gonna say you could do that. Yeah, I don't remember the story.
Well, it
It
started
was a hazy
with...
fog, and it started with a basement and a giant movie screen.
And sawdust.
Yeah. Well, it just started with mutual acquaintances introducing each of us.
Well,
No, here's how it went down. Okay, Sarah and I knew each other, and we were working on a couple different music projects. I was playing in a different band, and that didn't work out. And so we were messing around with some different ideas, and we were playing. We had a drum machine, and somebody Sarah works with said, "Oh, my husband or my friend plays drums." Can we start again? A little long-winded right there. What?
I'm so bored with this.
I know.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
So Chris and I, we had another guitarist too. Like, we had a couple things going on, and then we met Eric through my friend at work, and then we jammed together, and everything kind of clicked, and all of a sudden it's us.
We tried out guitars off Craigslist, but they never showed up.
Yeah, nobody ever responds.
So they'll
to
regret
it.
it someday. You guys know who you are.
They didn't get to take part in this, so
No,
screw 'em.
not at all.
Now you guys released your first EP back in October, self-released, self-produced, everything self. Why did you guys decide to do everything yourself?
No money.
Well, that and...
It was a personal challenge. For me at least.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are you the most?
I guess so.
Well, Chris went to school for audio engineering.
Yeah,
so,
I'm sort of a certified sound engineer, but I've been out of practice.
And we got a hold of Logic Pro, and Chris was eager to get his hands on it.
I said I could do this. I could be a sound engineer, and
And then
figure
2
what to
months
do.
into recording, he wanted to
I hated it. I was like, I
I hated
can't
it.
listen to the same song 500 times. It becomes the worst thing in the world.
It was fun though because we got to create our own little studio in the basement. We put like
Vocal booth
blankets
with
up,
the blankets, the tiger
comforters,
blanket. You have a tiger blanket
with clips, and there you go. It was a self-made studio. So Puff Daddy, eat your heart out.
Yeah, you don't need. Oh, jeez.
He's P Diddy actually.
Changes every week. It's
Yeah.
Now on that album, it's been out since October. You guys have had, a few months more than a few months, 9 months to, play off it, play shows locally, regionally. How's the response been? Have you seen it build since October?
Definitely
Getting bigger? Or?
Yeah.
It's kind of slow and steady.
No, it's not. It's been alarmingly.
Well,
this is from her perspective. This is someone who never relaxes. So.
Nothing's ever good enough for Sarah.
Yeah. Hey, Sarah, we're just gonna chill, watch a movie, relax, laptop.
No, I have to get my work done.
Yeah. She's always multitasking.
More fans.
But
yeah,
likes,
I think what's cool about it is that just from the perspective of the type of music that we were creating, the reaction has been pretty cool. A lot of people really dig the kind of 80s retro sound that we were going for, and they really, really excited about it. Hey, I want to get a copy of the CD. Let me know about your website and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool that people take such a strong interest in it.
Now you mentioned the 80s. Along with the 80s as influences, you guys, there's obviously a Killers influence in there. A lot of other bands. Where do each of you stand musically influence? Is it, all of you like the same music, or is it, I'm the Killers, I'm 80s, I'm Bruce?
Yeah, we're all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah, we have some common likes, like Muse.
Yeah.
Like that. But yeah, I come more from old school rock.
Okay.
Like Metallica and then the '90s stuff.
Third
Nirvana,
Line.
Foo Fighters. But then now with the modern stuff, we sort of like the same things. So,
But I was more 90s stuff.
Okay.
He was more 80s stuff.
Sarah loves hip hop. And,
I love dancing to it.
We got a lot of funky stuff going on, so it's like sort of rock and a lot of kind of that late 70s, early 80s, like sort of funk pop stuff, a kind of post-disco sound,
Right.
and kind of latching onto that too. We got a rap in one of our new songs.
Yeah, Hearts on Fire.
Yeah, we got a new song, Sarah raps, which is pretty sweet. So we're expanding. We got a lot of ground to still cover. So
let's talk about new songs. Have you guys officially started writing new songs, or has it kind of just been messing around here and there in between shows, or?
Well, it was sort of that. We had a couple things that we introduced, but now, actually, like within the next few months, we're really getting down to working on some new material. And yeah, we need a whole new slew. People are asking for new stuff, so it's like, I got a lot of stuff on the burner that I've written already. We just got to put it together and practice it, see what we come up with. But it's there, and it's it's going to be firing up pretty soon.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're starting to introduce new stuff little by little at every show. So. People even love when we do new covers.
Yeah.
They go crazy.
Yeah, I guess for most of our sets, we at least do one 80s cover song,
Right.
with our own sort of slight twist on it. Make it a little bit heavier, a little bit faster.
A lot faster.
Yeah, a lot faster.
Let's go favorite 80s song.
There you go.
Oh man.
I can't name just one, man.
What's the first one that comes in your head?
First one that comes to your head.
Well, I think the one song that I think I would probably define, I would say that would define this band when I first started writing this kind of stuff, is Heartbeat City by the Cars.
Okay.
Even though that's a very synth-heavy album, and we don't really do synth stuff, that style, I said, I want to kind of do something like that, and bring that kind of style back. So I think that I probably name that song as being one of the biggest influences for writing.
Cool.
Yeah.
What makes you guys want to write towards the 80s style of music? Like, how old are you guys?
We
Oh,
vary.
yeah.
20s, 30s.
40s,
30s? No,
Totally.
50s.
No.
50s, 60s.
Yeah.
What makes you guys go back to the 80s? What about it besides the music? The culture, the dress, code, whatever, anything.
The style's cool, but I think a lot of the music is just really fun.
Yeah, and I think it comes down to melodies. Like, I think 80s
Yeah.
had some of the catchiest rock and pop stuff out there. And people now still listen to it. I mean, artists today are still covering 80s stuff.
Girl
they're doing
talk.
club. Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of stuff going on with it, and I said, I want to do a project that's kind of based on that too. I want to kind of bring that style, that new wave style back. And and it's something different on the scene. When I formed this band, I wanted something different on the local scene
Right.
that a lot of other people aren't doing.
Everything's serious now.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Screaming and this core, crap
Yeah.
core, every core.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
and people are taking note of that, which is cool. People come up to us after the shows like, I really like the fact that you guys are doing something different. You don't sound like a lot of other stuff that's going on in the scene. So I think that's cool, and that's coming across like that.
And you've gotten to play with, all these local shows. You play with, death metal bands and these
Yeah.
pop bands, and you kind of work well with everyone because, everyone just wants to, let go and dance. a
Yeah,
little
we
bit,
pretty much connect to anyone that's in the audience. So, because it's heavy enough, to get anyone who loves metal, or light enough for anyone who likes the pop, more pop stuff. So we're right in the middle.
Now, Chris, do you start, like the basic foundations of the songs are all started by you, mostly?
Yeah.
And then you
pretty
bring
much.
it to, is that the typical writing process?
Yeah,
for you guys?
I'd say a majority of the stuff. I'll come up with riffs, or I'll come up with hooks, usually how it starts, or I'll come up with some kind of verse melody, and I'll tie like 2 or 3 concepts together. And then usually it's Sarah hears them first, and then she'll tell me, I hate that, or I love it, and then I have to pass it on to
I got
Eric.
the first
And
one.
then Eric's his next thing. Before I don't like that song, and sometimes we'll go back. But yeah, it starts that way, and it kind of rolls, and everybody puts their thing into it. Eric will come up with breakdowns and stuff like that, and we'll try to.
I hate to say it, but it's very organic, and it's like overly used. But yeah, it sort of just starts to happen once Chris brings it to band practice. Then it either works or it doesn't, and some stuff gets buried, and some stuff rises to the top.
But it's always the same process too.
Yeah.
Like, we don't really not too much we sit there and jam. I think I usually come prepared with something, so we can kind of take off with that.
Now, do you, how many new songs do you guys have in the works right now? Number, or just a couple
I'd
ideas?
say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. I think that we've only played maybe like 2 or 3. We started practicing, but I got a couple of other ones that I mean, I got tons of stuff.
Right.
But only, you know, a handful of ones that I really feel would work in a live setting that have the kind of energy that, you know, we're looking for.
Is that important when you record the music to make sure you can pull it off live?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of our stuff has been live tested before we recorded.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Now with
Like
this...
all of it.
All of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of bands just, you know, oh, it looks good in the studio, and then they get live, and
Yeah.
you never hear half the album live.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we did some extra laying of guitars on the
Right.
CD just to help fill it out a little bit, but it's pretty true to what we wanted live, and we wanted to still have that sort of raw, simple guitar feel to it without adding too much to it, you know.
Now, with these new songs, when you plan to record them, do you plan to do it yourself again, or do you want to get some help?
We
No!
were just talking about this
Yeah.
before we came here. Yeah, I think we're going to go the studio route. So.
Yeah.
It's too much aggravation
Yeah.
to have to do everything
Loss of sleep.
yourself.
Lots of sleep,
Yeah.
stress. Yeah, it's fun to do and to, you know, finally be done with it, but the problem also is the nitpicking after it's done. Oh man, I should have done this. Why didn't I do this? Oh, the EQ's off on this, you know. I can't go back now. And I think if you let somebody else handle those minor details, you might not pick up on that.
Right.
So you could avoid a lot of that stress.
It's sort of
Yeah.
nice to have somebody else, like, you know, unbiased, you know, trained ear to help us out.
Any specific direction on these new songs, or, you know, the new influences that are shaping them?
I think it's still a mix of everything. Sort of like on our first EP, we had some
Right.
sort of funky stuff and some more driving rock stuff. It's still the same. I think that we like to explore a lot of different areas, and each song has to be like sort of its own little personality. I don't really like to write two songs that sound too much alike.
Right.
So there's still some sort of kind of funky stuff on it. There's, I mean, maybe we'll have some more mellow stuff, but
There's not like an overarching connecting theme. I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
Is that what you mean?
And we're still
Yeah.
we're still kind of exploring that. And as far as influences, I don't know. I think if anything, what we might start adding, we have a keytar, so we might start adding some keyboard in it, but it's not going to be over the top. It's going to, you know, be a nice
Subtle.
layer, and you know, we might switch some stuff up live. So I'll play bass and Sarah plays the guitar, and you know, so we're going to try to write with some keyboard riffs in it.
I'm going to jump out of a cake
Yeah,
Or out of an icebox.
yeah.
or a nice box.
Can I have some of that?
Nah, we were waiting for you to say a bad answer.
I don't want to get out of your
It's
shoe.
bleach.
That's a
I know,
good
just
one.
get off your shoe.
Yeah, oh, nice.
We got that on tape.
Is that a fetish video? Jesus.
Don't reveal your fetishes.